Hi everyone. The last lesson we were discussing about the combination of errors, and we have completed the error in addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Today we are going to deal with the error in the power of a quantity. So we are writing here just an physical quantity. We are writing it as z is equal to a to the power n. This is the one we are going to discuss. So a quantity, a is a physical quantity. We are using n times a to the power n. So how to deal with the error in the measurement of a, and what is the final error in the final result? That's what we are going to discuss here. So usually how you will be writing this one? We can write it as z plus or minus delta z is equal to, what is the error in a? A plus or minus delta a all to the power n. So what is this one? Z is the final result, plus or minus delta z is the absolute error in the final result. So we are going to calculate what is the effective error in the final result. So we are measuring only one quantity a, but a we are using n times, okay, a to the power n. So we are using a to the power n. So how you can use this formula as z plus or minus delta z is equal to, I can write this formula as in square bracket a plus or minus delta a all to the power n. Same as this one. I simply write in a square bracket. Now that is z plus or minus delta z is equal to, in square bracket, here you can see inside the bracket a plus or minus delta a. What I am doing here, take the a outside from this equation. So I can write here a, if I take the a outside, this term become 1 plus or minus delta a divided by a, bracket close, all to the power n. I can write like this. Once again, if you remove the square bracket, I can write z plus or minus delta z is equal to, if you remove the square bracket, I can write like this, a to the power n 1 plus or minus delta a by a all to the power n. Can we write like this? Yes. Now what is a to the power n? A to the power n is equal to z. That's why we wrote like this. So what we can write here, z plus or minus delta z is equal to z into 1 plus or minus delta a divided by a all to the power n. Divide the whole equation by z. If you divide the whole equation by z, it is z divided by z and divided by z. Equation become 1 plus or minus delta z by z is equal to 1 plus or minus delta a divided by a all to the power n. Now as we already discussed in the first class, this can be compared with a binomial theorem or binomial equation. If you write the binomial equation, we can write the equation as 1 plus or minus delta z by z is equal to 1 plus or minus x to the power n. What is the binomial theorem we have discussed? 1 plus or plus x to the power n become 1 plus nx. That is equation we have discussed already in the last lesson. So you can write this equation as 1 plus or minus delta a by a into n. That is, we can write here n into delta a divided by a. Now you can see here 1 cancel if you take into one side. So plus or minus delta z by z is equal to n plus or minus n into delta a divided by a. That means what are the That means what are the possible errors in this delta z by z? In delta z by z, the max possible errors are, one is plus n delta a by a, another one is minus n delta a by a. So what is the maximum possible error in the measurement of this delta z by z, or the relative error in the final result? So we can write here maximum possible error delta z by z is equal to n delta a divided by a. So this is the final result. Okay, the maximum relative error in the final result is the power times, here power is what? N times the relative error in the measurement. So this is the one we are discussing here, the error in the power of a physical quantity. So if you write one example here, area is equal to L square. We are writing this formula. So question is here, what is the total error or the fractional error in the area? So we can write this equation as delta A by A is equal to power times, here n times, power become what? 2 times the relative error in the measurement of length. So this is a way to write the relative error. If you multiply with 100 on both sides, the relative error become what? The percentage error. Okay. One more example. If you discuss one more example, let's write this one. X is equal to a to the power m b to the power n. So this power is coming there, at the same time multiplication is coming there. Question is here, what is the total relative error, or what is the maximum possible relative error in the measurement of x in the final result? I can write this equation as delta x by x is equal to, here power is coming, so we can write the word power times m times delta a by a. Next one is multiplication, no? But the error must be what? Added. So plus, then again power coming, so n times delta b divided by b. Here which is a measured value using any instrument a and b. So error will be what? Power times the first one plus power times the second one. Alright. One more example. If I am writing here x is equal to a to the power m b to the power n divided by c to the power q. Alright. This a, b, c are the measured value. Question is here, what is the effective or maximum possible error in x? Again write here delta x by x is equal to m times delta a by a. Now multiplication, but error must be what? Added. N times delta b by b. Next one, division is coming there. In this example, division is coming there. Whether it is multiplication or division, error must be what? Added. So the relative error must be added. So I can write here q times delta c by c. Q times delta c by c. So this is a way to write what? The error in the final result. I hope it is clear. Let's do this example question. A physical quantity is given here. Q is equal to a square into b to the power 3 by 2 divided by c to the power 4 into d to the power 1 by 2. The percentage error in a, b, c and d are, that means the percentage error is given there in each measured value. 1%, 2%, 4% and 2% respectively. Find the percentage error in Q. Okay. So here it is coming, multiplication is coming, division is coming and error in power of a physical quantity is coming. We have to calculate here the maximum possible relative error as well as here percentage error. Question is asking for percentage error. So how to write this equation as delta q divided by q into 100, because we are not writing relative error, we are writing what? Percentage error. So it should multiply with 100 is equal to, now a to the power n we have discussed in the previous topic. So we can write here 2 times delta A by A into 100. That is percentage error in A. How many times? 2 times. Now multiplication, so error must be added. Plus B, how many times we are using? Raised to 3 by 2. So we can write the 3 by 2 times delta B by B into 100. Into 100. Now divide by C to the power 4. That means we are using addition 4 times delta C by C into 100. Not over. Plus, now D, another physical quantity which is measured here, D raised to 1 by 2. So what is the total error, percentage error? 1 by 2 times delta D divided by D into 100. So we can write here percentage error in Q, that is delta Q divided by Q into 100 is equal to 2 into, what is this one? Delta A by A into 100 means what? Percentage error in A. What is a percentage error in A? That is 1%. So you can write here 1% plus 3 by 2 times, what is the next one? Delta B by B into 100 means what? Percentage error in B. It is given the 2%. So you can write here into 2% plus 4 into, what is next one? Percentage error in C. What is the percentage error in C? That is 4%. So you can write here 4% plus 1 by 2 times delta D by D, percentage error in D, that is equal to 2%. You can write here into 2%. So what is the effective or the total percentage error in the measurement of delta Q by Q? Can be written as, this is 2 into 1, 2%, plus 2 cancel, 3%, plus 4 into 4, 16%, plus 2 cancel, that is 1%. So what is the total percentage error in the measurement of Q, the physical quantity Q, is equal to 22% is the error in the measurement of Q. In the final result, the effective error is 22%. So this is the way to do the error in the power of a physical quantity. Okay. Now let's do this problem. The percentage error in the measurement of mass and speed are 2% and 3% respectively. How much will the maximum error in the estimate of kinetic energy obtained by measuring mass and speed? Okay, so percentage error in mass and speed are given. That is, percentage error in mass is 2%. So you can write here percentage error in mass is 2%. Percentage error in speed is 3%. We have to calculate maximum possible error in the measurement of kinetic energy. So let's write the formula for kinetic energy. Kinetic energy K is equal to half into mv square. So in order to calculate the kinetic energy, which all physical quantity we are using? One is mass, other one is speed here. So what is the percentage error in kinetic energy? So I can write here delta K by K into 100 is equal to, now 1 by 2, it is not a physical quantity, no need to use it in the error analysis. So you can write here mv square, m here only one time, power is 1, right? So you can write here delta m divided by m into 100 plus v, speed how many times you are using? V square 2 times. So the error chance is 2 times. 2 into delta v by v into 100. So what is the final answer here? That is, the maximum possible error in the measurement of kinetic energy is, What is delta m by m into 100 is given the 2%. So answer is 2% plus 2 into what is the percentage error in speed? 3%. 3%. So what is the final answer? 8%. So this is the maximum possible error in the measurement of kinetic energy. Clear? Hope it is understood. Okay. Thank you all of you.